The Anoka County Sheriff's Office has launched a new website featuring 27 cold cases that their dedicated cold case unit is working to solve.
I grew up in Anoka County, right? And there were many homicides that popped up that were whodunits, and even for me, I have like vague memories of some of these really old cases about people that disappeared under weird circumstances, or that a body was found under weird circumstance. And that what I would like to encourage people to do, our citizens to do, is that the cases, the cold cases that we're looking at, we put a brief summary online of those cases. It's on our website, the Anoka County Sheriff's Office website. Super prominent, the cold case unit, is I would encourage anybody who might have a passing interest to click on some of these cases, because while we are highlighting the science, the reality is good old-fashioned information too is very much appreciated. And I would hope that somebody has a memory that might get triggered when they see a name of one of these old cases, and that they can look at it and go, oh yeah, I remember that, and you know what, now all these years later I have this funny feeling, something like that.
The Sheriff's Office received a federal grant that allows them to dedicate a detective and a forensic expert to review these cold cases.
First, I'd want the public to know that for any serious crime, and we'll pick homicide, is that no victim is just forgotten. That just doesn't happen. Sometimes cases run cold and it gets put to the back burner, sometimes far onto the back burner, because there are no other leads to follow. But we save all that old evidence for a reason. We don't just go, well, this isn't going to be solved, so we toss it aside. That's not the way law enforcement is wired. And that this cold case unit really facilitates the deep desire the detectives have to resolve those cases. They don't forget.
With fresh eyes and re-examining these cold cases and evidence, their ultimate goal? Justice for the victims and their families.
You'll see cases of a 17-year-old female that was out for a walk and was found murdered in the 1980s, and 40 years later, for sure she still has relatives that are alive and around, and I can't imagine her mom or dad passing away with ever knowing what happened to their daughter. And it becomes an emotional quest to try to provide that relief for these people that aren't getting any younger too, and they really deserve to know what happened.
Advancements in forensic science and the passage of time may be the key to finally solving these cases.
And the other thing I don't want to discount too is that there are perpetrators for these crimes that are living with guilty consciences, the way I see it. And I would encourage somebody who you know what you did, take a minute and make a commitment to clear your conscience, and in which case calling us with a confession would be something that would be important to us too. I don't want to dismiss that opportunity for somebody who might, I actually have little doubt, is living with the stress of knowing what they did while they're consequently or subsequently getting older and realizing that maybe I need to get right with the universe, because I for sure follow old cases in other counties or other states. And sometimes the perpetrators make an expression of relief at being caught, even if it was 20, 30, 40 years after the fact, because they have guilty consciences that they're trying to do something about, I guess.
Because when it comes to these crimes, it's not a question of if they will be solved. It's a matter of when.
But yeah, I don't want any of those people that are cold cases. I mean, it's what a heartless way to refer to that, because every one of them had a name and had a life that they deserve to live. And I'd love it if people would just take the time to remember their names and trigger old memories, and maybe something good will come in terms of information.
If you have any information about any cold cases in Anoka County, a special email address has been set up to reach cold case investigators.